Hi! Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome to Grandad Reads a Story. Welcome to 2021. I hope Santa managed to find your house and that you got lots of presents. He also found our house and he brought us presents as well. Yeah, do you want to see what I got? I got two amazing presents. Here goes. Well, what would every grandad want for Christmas? Yeah? I know what you're thinking. No, it's new masks for lockdown, because we're in lockdown 3, aren't we? So I got some new masks. Do you want to see my masks? Yeah? Okay, here's the first one.
Yes, hello. Yes, how are you keeping? Yeah.
Imagine wearing this when I go to the supermarket. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Here's the second one. If you think this one's bad, wait for the second one.
Yes, hi. Yeah. I have been to the dentist regularly, but I've got some ongoing problems. Yeah.
Yeah. Santa's got a sense of humour, hasn't he? Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Santa. Yeah. Shall I wear this today for our story? Nah, it's too scary, isn't it? Yeah. All right, then. Let's get rid of this. That's better. Good. Right. Don't know what Santa was thinking. Anyway, we need to do some shout-outs for 2021. And there's a long list here, so shout-outs to Mia and Hudson, Harvey, Livy, Charlie, Jaya, Anjali, Anushka, Poppy, Harry, Ethan, Lucas, another Hudson, Marley, all kinds of children. And if I've forgotten your name, I do apologise. It's all these masks. It's just making me senseless. So if you have not been mentioned, let me know and I'll mention you on the next ones. Well, what's today's story? Today's story is all about a very unusual thing, and it can happen to all of us. It's called the bathroom lock. Have you ever had problems when you go to the bathroom and you've shut the door and you turn the lock and the lock doesn't open? Have you ever experienced that? Well, if you haven't, you're lucky. But it happens to one of our favourite characters, Jeremy James. And today's story is from the Jeremy James book, Elephants Don't Sit on Cars, but today's story is all about a bathroom lock. So, without more ado, let's find out what he gets up to. Now, just a final reminder, always remember that the pixies and elves live in this house and they change things around here. So, keep your eyes peeled and see if there's anything that changes in the background, because they do the most strange things. You'll put things down and then things move all over the house to the least places where you'd expect them. Magic. Okay, let's get ready for the story then, and I'll see you in a minute. Bye. There you are. Welcome to my strange world. Takes all sorts. Anyway, let's get on with today's story, The Bathroom Lock. Daddy had been going to mend the bathroom lock straight away now for about 2 weeks. Practically every day, Mummy had said to him, "Oh, John, I do wish you'd get that bathroom lock fixed, dear." And Daddy had said, yes, well, I'll do it straight away as soon as I've finished this. And this, which had also been that, those, and the others, always kept Daddy fully occupied until lunch, tea, supper, or bedtime. And so the bathroom lock remained well and truly unmended. And every morning when Jeremy James went to do his number 2, Mummy would say to him, "Don't lock the door, the bathroom door, you know, Jeremy James." And Jeremy James would say, "Why not, Mummy?" And Mummy would say, "Because it hasn't been mended yet." And Daddy would say, "I'll get this sorted out straight away as soon as I finish this." Morning, Mummy forgot to say to Jeremy James, "Don't lock the bathroom door, Jeremy James." And Jeremy James locked it. As soon as he locked it, he remembered he shouldn't have locked it. And he waited for the house to fall down. But it didn't. And so he sat down to do his number 2 and wondered, what about all the fuss? What had all the fuss been all about? "Hurry up in there," said Mummy, when Jeremy James had only been sitting there for a quarter of a minute. "I'm doing my number 2, said Jeremy James. "These things can't always be hurried." However, this morning was a nice sunny morning, which should be good for climbing and tricycling and, with a bit of luck, strawberry and creaming. So Jeremy James quickly broke the world record for sheets of toilet paper, washed his hands with the nice smelling soap that nobody but Mummy was allowed to use, and pulled open the bathroom door. That is to say, he pulled the bathroom door to what should have been open, but the bathroom door had other ideas and stayed firmly shut. "Ah," said Jeremy James. "Ha ha 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 ha. Aha, it's locked, isn't it? Yes, that's why. That's why the door isn't going to open. Ha ha, I'm clever. Ha 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 ha." And so he turned the key. That is to say, he pulled the key to what should have been a turn, but the key only went halfway round and then refused to move another inch. Come on, key," said Jeremy James. But the key wouldn't come on, round or out. It simply stayed where it was, like the grand old Duke of York's men, neither up nor down. "Mummy," said Jeremy James. "Mummy, Mummy." "Did you call, Jeremy James?" I'm stuck in the bathroom." Silence. Thump, 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 up the stairs. Creak, creak, as Mummy pushed the bathroom door. And you know what? The bathroom door pushed back. "You locked it, didn't you?" said Mummy through the locked door. I forgot," said Jeremy James. "John?" shouted Mummy. "John? John!" Did you call, dear? Was that you? Your sweet tones, my dear?" "Jeremy James is locked in the bathroom. He's stuck in the bathroom. And you know what that means, John?" shouted Mummy. Silence. Thump, 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 up the stairs. Creak, creak, as Daddy pushed the bathroom door. and the bathroom door pushed back. "You've locked it, haven't you?" shouted Daddy through the bathroom door to Jeremy James. "You've locked it, haven't you?" "Well, of course he locked it, John," said Mummy. "Otherwise he wouldn't be stuck, would he?" There was a long, long silence outside the bathroom door. Oh dear, Daddy was thinking. "Hello?" shouted Jeremy James through the bathroom door.
Hello? Is there anybody there?
Yes, it's all right," said Daddy. "It's perfectly all right. I'm thinking. Yes, I'm thinking. Now, don't worry. We'll soon have you out there. Don't worry, old son. You just keep calm, okay?"
It's all right, Daddy. I was just wondering if there was anybody still there.
said Jeremy James. "Right, now, listen, son. I've been thinking, and I've got a plan. Yeah, I've got a real plan. I'm going to pull open the door, and when I tell you, I want you to try and turn the key. Do you understand?"
Yes,
said Jeremy James. The door creaked. "One, two, three, now!" shouted Daddy, and Jeremy James's hand turned. But the key stayed where it was.
it's not moving.
Said Jeremy James. Right, okay, all right. Don't worry, son, don't worry. I'll soon get you out. Leave it with me. I'm going to have another think. I'm going to think. "Do you have a ladder?" said Mummy. Yeah. I've got a ladder," said Daddy. Yeah. "Well, you'll have to go and get it," said Mummy. "Oh, right. Well, wait a moment, son. Jeremy James, I'll tell you what. Can you get the key out of the lock?" "No," said Jeremy James. "Well, try," said Daddy. Jeremy James tried. "No," said Jeremy James.
It's not working."
"You're going to have to go and get a ladder," said Mummy. Right, now look here," said Dad. "I'm going to pull the door again, and when I tell you, try turning the key the other way. Yeah, the other way. Do you understand? Right. This is clever, this. This is my cunning plan. Yeah, all right. Yeah, right. Now, right. Do you understand the plan, Jeremy James? Yeah? I'm going to pull, and you're going to turn the key the other way. Yeah. Try and turn it the other way. Right. Right, you know, the opposite way to the way you were turning it before. Yeah, all right.
All right,
said Jeremy James. Right, 1, 2, 3, and go, said Daddy. And Jeremy James's hand turned the other way. But the key stayed where it was.
Daddy,
said Jeremy James.
It's not working.
You're going to have to get a ladder, said Mummy. Now don't worry, son. Don't worry, son. I hope you're not panicking in there. We will soon get you out. I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go and get a ladder. Mrs. Robertson opposite has got a very big ladder, and she's usually in at this time, said Mummy. Jeremy James, you stay in there, right? You stay in, and I'll be there soon. Right. Now, Mummy, you stay here and keep talking to him. Don't let him panic. Calm him down. Say nice things, soothing things like ice cream, chocolates, just toy trains. Calm him down. The child must be scared stiff. Anyway, who's the Robertsons? Where are the Robertsons? Mummy sighed, as mummies do. Can you do that? Can you do a sigh like a mummy? Oh, here it goes. The Robertsons, John, are at number 14. Number 14, across the road. Oh, well, fancy that, said Daddy. The Robertsons, they're the Robertsons. I thought they were the Wilkinsons. I've been calling them the Wilkinsons for 2 years. No, John, the Wilkinsons are at number 16. Go and get the ladder, please. Right, now, look, all right, Jeremy James, you stay there. I'm going to get the ladder from the Robertsons. Right, I'm going to get the Wilkinsons, the Robertsons ladder, Be with you soon. Right, son, I'll be back in half a minute, and you keep calm. We'll soon have you out there. You are all right, aren't you?
Yes, thank you, Daddy. I'm perfectly all right. Nothing to worry about.
And then there was a thump, thump, clatter, crash, as Daddy raced down the first dozen stairs and fell down the rest. Jeremy James, said Mummy, is the bathroom window open?
No, Mummy, said Jeremy James. It's shut.
Well, do you think you can open it? Shouted Mummy. Oh, yes. Yes, I can, said Jeremy James. Yes, I certainly can. I can climb on the bath. Well, then open it, said Mummy through the door. But be very careful. Mind you don't fall. Jeremy James climbed up on the edge of the bath and then stepped very carefully across to the other side. He was being very, very brave. After all, it's not every day you get to step across a cliff that's 1,000 feet high with hundreds of crocodiles waiting down below with great big open jaws and rumbling tummies. Jeremy James balanced on the edge of the bath, and he held on to the towel rail just to make sure he didn't turn into crocodile breakfast. And then he reached up, and with a flick, of his hero's hand, he turned the catch on the window that would save the world. He was a superhero. He could peep down into the garden below. It was quite a long way down. And if you fell from there, well, you were going to be squished. Have you got it open? Said Mummy. Oh, yes, said Jeremy James. Yes, and do you know what, Mummy? It's such a long way down to the bottom of the garden. Do you know what? If I fell from here, I'd be squished. Oh, no. No, you be careful, shouted Mummy. Keep right away from that window. No, Mummy, you keep calm, shouted Jeremy James. Don't worry, I'm going to be fine. And just then, there was a scratchy, scrapey sound against the wall as Daddy persuaded the ladder to stand up against it. Then there was a bumpy, bouncy sound at the top as the top part of the ladder decided it would rather be with the bottom part of the ladder and went racing down the wall as fast as it could, just missing Daddy, who had managed to jump aside at the very last moment. Daddy then let out one or two of the words Jeremy James must never, never use. And then there was a long silence. Shall we do a long silence? Jeremy James peeped out the window.
Oh, Mummy, Daddy's hurt himself.
Mummy thumped down the stairs and out into the garden. And Jeremy James leaned out of the window to look at Mummy looking at Daddy. I'll just get you a plaster, Mummy was saying, and Daddy was saying, ladder, death trap, and things like that.
Daddy,
Shouted Jeremy James.
are you all right?
Get in, get back in, shouted Daddy, and keep away from the window. It's all your fault in the first place. If you'd mended the lock when... Well, Jeremy James missed the rest of what Mummy was saying because he'd stepped back from the window. But he'd forgotten where he was. And he'd gone tumbling 1,000 feet down into the watery jaws of a crocodile in a bathtub. And by the time he'd managed to kill 20 crocodiles, which took him at least 20 seconds, the ladder was up the wall. And Daddy was up the ladder, his white face appearing just through the open window. Jeremy James? Jeremy James, it's Daddy. Are you all right? Jeremy James finished off the 21st crocodile.
Ha 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 ha! I have killed you, Mr. Crocodile. Ha 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 ha!
And he scrambled victoriously to his feet.
Ha! Hello, Daddy. Ha 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 ha!
Are you all right, son?
Ha! I am very well. Thank you, Daddy. I have just killed 21 crocodiles.
And with a heave and a grunt and a few of those naughty words, Daddy squeezed himself across the window ledge and down, head first, into the bath, followed by a shower of bottles, toothpaste, sponges and motorboats. Fortunately, by now, all the crocodiles were all dead. Otherwise, Daddy would have really been in trouble. Luckily, Jeremy James had sorted them out.
Are you all right, Daddy?
Asked Jeremy James. Daddy got his head up where his feet had been and put his feet down where his head had been. And then he gave Jeremy James a funny kind of look. Yes, he said. I think I've got a broken arm. And looking about himself, I think I've got a broken leg. And I think my neck's broken. Yeah, not too bad, son. How are you?
Aha! Well, I'm not too bad, thank you, as you say, Daddy. Yes.
But, yes, son. Yeah.
But the crocodiles very nearly got me.
Oh, crocodiles in the bath, son? Yeah? Well,
yes, Daddy, but I killed them all in the end. They're all gone. 21 of them.
Good, said Daddy, because I'm in no condition
to fight crocodiles now, not with a broken arm and a broken leg and a broken neck, and probably my nose is broken as well. Then Daddy got the bathroom door unlocked, and Mummy gave Jeremy James a great big hug and the biggest sloppy kiss. Shall we do that? And she promised him ice cream for dinner because he'd been so brave. Oh. And Jeremy James said, "Oh no, Mummy, it's nothing, nothing at all." And he wouldn't mind being locked up in the bathroom every day. And Daddy took the ladder back to the Robertsons, and Mummy gave Jeremy James a sweet. And Daddy came back from the Robertsons, and Mummy said to Daddy, "Hadn't you better go and mend that bathroom lock now?" And Daddy said, "Well, I'm just going to get a plaster on this hand." And Mummy said, But Daddy really did mend the lock as soon as he put the plaster on his hand. And when he finished mending the lock, he had to put a plaster on his other hand as well. Daddy always used up a lot of plasters when he was mending things. Well, there we are. The story of Jeremy James and the bathroom lock. Now, if I've got any advice for you, it's be careful when you go into the bathroom. And if Mummy says, be careful with that bathroom lock, be careful with it. And if it's broken, make sure Mummy and Daddy know about it straight away. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming into my strange world here. And we'll see you for the next story during our third lockdown. Woohoo! Yeah. Right, see you. Bye-bye then.